In this video, I'll be showing you about one of the most powerful investment accounts you could have, the Roth IRA. And stick around till the end, and I'll show you how to use this account so that you can ensure that you will retire a millionaire. Hi, I'm Jeremy Zargami. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, the goal of this channel is to simplify investing and help you move closer to financial freedom, while avoiding common pitfalls that many young investors fall victim to. If the topics of investing in stocks, real estate, and personal finance interest you, please click that like button down below and consider subscribing and click that bell for notifications to get more videos like this. So what is a Roth IRA and how can you benefit from it? A Roth IRA is a retirement investment account. Now there's a lot of different types of retirement investment accounts that you can choose from, and each have their pros and cons. And it would take a whole other video to break it down, so we're just gonna focus on one today, which in my opinion is the most powerful one you could use. Something important to note is that the Roth IRA is not an investment itself, it's just the account you use to make investments through. You can choose to invest in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. I take a passive approach to investing when it comes to my Roth IRA and invest in a low expense index fund that tracks closely with the S&P 500. The index fund I invest in is the Vanguard Index Fund Admiral Shares, ticker symbol VFIAX. Another great one is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol VOO. I invest through Vanguard for my Roth IRA, but they have some pretty high minimums for starting accounts, usually ranging from $1,500 all the way up to $5,000 depending on which investment you choose. An easier way to set up a Roth IRA with no minimum investment but still be able to use a Vanguard ETF like VOO, I use the app M1 Finance. I'll put a link in the description for you. So when you're ready to set up your Roth IRA, just click that link below and you can get a free account with M1 Finance. One of the many reasons people invest through this type of account is for the tax benefit. But the benefit isn't upfront like most tax breaks. It happens on the back end when you take the money out. You can start taking money out of this account tax-free with no penalties at the age of 59 and a half or older. You can take the money that you contributed out at any time without having any fees. But I highly recommend not doing this unless it's your last resort, because it'll cost you so much money in the long run. For example, if you contributed $6,000 to your Roth IRA and it grew up to $8,000, you could take out the $6,000 that you contributed with no penalties. But if you take out that $2,000 worth of growth, you get hit with a 10% penalty and you get taxed on it as well. So that's definite no-go. Don't take this money out, keep it in. So I highly recommend you never pull out money from this account for any reason. Just act like this money doesn't exist and just let the compound interest take over and let it do its thing. So the money you're investing is already money that you've paid taxes on. But the best part about this is that when you take the money out, you don't pay any taxes on the compound growth. So for example, if you contributed $200,000 over the next 30 years to this account and it grew based on whatever you invested in, okay, it grew to $1 million total. Okay, so you contributed $200,000 and it grew to $1 million total. So there's $800,000 worth of growth. When you take that money out, okay, after 59 and a half or older, you would pay zero tax on any of it. So that $800,000 worth of growth, you pay zero taxes on. How crazy is that? That should blow your mind. This is why the Roth IRA is so powerful. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a visual learner. So we're gonna plug in some numbers on the Retirement Investment Calculator by Dave Ramsey. So I have it up on my phone. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. Okay, screen share it with you guys. So I just typed in investment calculator or retirement investment calculator and then Dave Ramsey and it should come up, okay? So what we're looking at here, we're gonna plug in some numbers. So we're gonna enter our current age. So my current age is, we'll use my age. My current age is 30. Okay, just had my birthday. The age you plan to retire. Okay, so on here it says if you're born in 1960 or later, 67 years old is the age in which you can retire with full benefits. Okay, so trust you, Dave. So we'll put in 67. Okay, so this is, this is just, you can retire earlier than this, but we're just for the sake of it, this is maybe when we plan to start taking money out of this account, okay? So how much you have saved for retirement? So let's just say that you have zero. Let's say you're 30 and you have saved zero for retirement, which is not so great but maybe you were doing something else. Maybe you were paying off student loans. Maybe you were, but hopefully you weren't being reckless. Okay, so hopefully, I'm just gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay, let's say you're 30 and you have a $0 net worth. Okay, how much will you contribute monthly? Okay, so Dave says ideally you should save 15% of your pay towards retirement. Okay, to max out the Roth IRA, we're gonna have to contribute $500 a month. Okay, so we gotta make this sacrifice. When you see the numbers, you'll see the sacrifice is worth it. Okay, so what do you think your annual return will be? Okay, so this says historically the 30-year return of the S&P 500 has been roughly 12%, which is really good. Okay, so but we're gonna go on the conservative side and we'll say like 7%. Okay, I think that's pretty low, but we'll kind of mess with these numbers. Okay, so we'll hit calculate, and crazy. So this number right here, $1,048,272. You will be a millionaire when you retire, even if you're 30 and you have $0 invested for retirement. But you start now, you start contributing, start maxing out your Roth IRA. Okay, at a 7% return, which is so conservative. You will be a millionaire when you retire. $1,048,272. How crazy is that? Let's scroll down. Okay, so it says your contributions, so how much you put in, will be $222,000. Okay, by the time you're 67. The growth on this account, $826,272 just from growth. Okay, so and that's again tax free. So let's go to the pie chart. So this dark blue is what you contributed, and the green is the growth. So you paid tax already on that $222,000, okay, because you put it in post-tax. This green is the growth. $826,000 of growth that you do not have to pay tax on just because you were disciplined enough to set aside $500 a month, which it grew exponentially. Look at that. That's insane. Okay, so let's mess with this a little bit more. Okay, so let's say you're 30. Let's go to 12%. Okay, let's go to the historical 30-year return. Okay, let's go 12%. You're still 30. You still haven't saved anything. Okay, so this is just the historical average, I guess. $4 million. Are you freaking kidding me? If you were 30 and you haven't started investing at all, it's not too late. Okay, even if you're 40. Okay, that's only $500 a month that you're setting aside, and you're telling me by the time I retire, I'm gonna have $4 million in my account. Okay, let's scroll down and see this. This is crazy. So $222,000 again for contributions, and then $3.8 million in growth. Are you freaking kidding me? This is crazy. So look at this. Look at the pie chart for this one. So the dark blue is what you contributed, and the green is the growth. And you pay zero tax on that growth. $3.8 million tax free. That is so crazy. Let's go to the bar chart. So the bar chart shows the exponential growth of the account. Okay, and that blue line right there, that's at like 2046, I think it's at. Let's see if I can click on it. Let me zoom in. Yeah, your $1 million year, 2046. So that's when you break $1 million, okay? And then from there, it just exponentially grows. You see how small it starts? It starts so small, and then it just, in those last like 10 years or so, exponentially grows. It's crazy. Okay, so let's go. Let's just say, you know, times are tough right now. It's really hard to set money aside, right? So let's just say we can't set aside $500 a month. Let's just say, okay, even though you're getting 600 something from unemployment, it's besides the point. Okay, I don't want to downplay your situation. Okay, So let's say this. So you're like, man, $500 seems like a lot. Okay, so let's bump it down. Let's bump it down from the contribution of $500 a month to $125 a month. Okay, everything stays the same. You're 30 years old, you've saved zero money, you put zero money aside for retirement. Okay, you can only set aside $125 a month. You can make that in like 1 weekend doing Postmates. You could cat sit, you could, walk dogs, you could, I don't know, there's so many little tiny things that you could do, like for $125 in a month. And that's only like $31.25 a week or something like that. Don't hold me to it. Okay, but $125 a month. Okay, let's say it's at 12%. Calculate, and you're still retiring a millionaire. $1,024,075. How crazy is that? 30 years old, zero money saved, $125 a month contribution towards your Roth IRA. Okay, 12% return. You're still ending up a millionaire when you retire. Okay, so it's $55,000 contribution over, 37-year period. That is nothing. And you have a $968,000 worth of growth. That is, let's go to the pie chart. Look at that. Look at that contribution versus the growth. As wild, that's only with $125 a month set aside. This is why you need to start right now and start setting aside money right now for retirement. It is so crucial. Look at these numbers. With $125 a month, you could retire a millionaire starting at 30 with a $0 net worth. It's not too late. You can start right now, wherever you're at. Even if you're 40, you can start right now. You have to contribute a little bit more if you want to hit that millionaire status, but you can still make it happen. And if you're 18, 19, 20, 21, oh my gosh, think about that. Think about the amount of time that you have to contribute. You're gonna get into the multi-millions. Another thing that's crazy is that you can pass this on. So you can start building that generational wealth. So this is huge. It's bigger than just you. If you can be disciplined now, you could be setting yourself up, but then generations from now, you'd be setting them up. Your kids and your kids' kids and their kids, sky's the limit. How crazy is that? It's mind-blowing. So take advantage of this account. Click the link in the description. Get that M1 Finance account. Get your Roth IRA. The Vanguard VOO ETF is such a good one. It's super safe. It tracks over 500 of the top companies in the United States. You can't go wrong with that one. So link in the description. I know this can be kind of overwhelming and there's a lot to this. So in the comments below, ask me any questions you have about this. And if enough people ask the same question, maybe I'll make a whole video about it. So I want to keep talking about this. I want to keep expanding on this. It's such a powerful tool. So easy, even with a little bit of money. It can grow into something huge for you, okay? So I'm really stoked on this. Anyone can do this. Anyone can start now, putting a little bit aside, and it'll grow into a huge nest egg, a huge retirement fund. You'll thank yourself so much. Yeah, just ask me any questions you have in the comments below. I'd love to answer them. If you got value from this video, please click that like button, click subscribe, click that bell so you can get more videos like this one. Thank you for watching, and God bless.